Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Anastasia. This is my husband Simon. This is his first appearance in actual video. How does it feel? Awkward, okay. It is awkward for me as well. But basically today we will be making a video that will be dedicated to our 1 year anniversary because today's our 1 year anniversary. We're going to be answering some of the questions that my friends, followers have provided for me, as well as I made some of my own. And a big shout out to Danielle and Kaelynn, because without them we wouldn't have this table and we wouldn't have this video because the majority of the questions came from them. So thank you very much.
Thank you both very much.
Yes, we appreciate you. Also, with this video, while we'll be answering all these questions, we will be having a hand casting kit done. So this should be very chaotic, messy, and stressful. So I have my questions here on the phone, and then we're just gonna go through them. One of the questions was asked by one of my friends on Instagram, Bianca, and she said, how does it feel? Our 1 year so far.
Feels pretty normal. We've been together for a long time, kinda, so I don't think much has changed aside from living together. We've had to grow accustomed to it. We're still working on it, we're getting better at it, but it feels good, but it also feels natural.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely feels much better than being in a long distance relationship and not married. What is the difference between girlfriend and boyfriend versus husband and wife in our relationship?
You go first, I'm not going first.
Okay, I guess the big factor is actually us being physically together. I don't know, it just feels different because you're like, my husband.
To me, with any of this with relationships, there is really no difference to me. It's just now we have a title, we have rings, and we live together.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, now let's take a break and maybe start doing this. We have to set a timer. Can you do it on your phone with the timer? So basically what we need to do is, I already filled up this bucket with water. It's supposed to be cold water. We're gonna mix it up with this powder. Okay, next question while we put everything together. I have a follower on Instagram and his question was, any plans for children soon? Do you want to answer that or should I answer it?
As right now, we're just letting whatever happens happen. I wouldn't say we're actively trying to have children. I wouldn't say we're actively not trying to have children. With us getting ready to go to San Diego and me getting ready to be a drill instructor, we want to do things as smartly as possible, but at the same time, we're not pro or con against it. Like we're
whatever happens.
Yeah.
If it'll happen earlier than what we expect and want, we're not going to be angry about it. We're going to be happy. So yeah. Alright, let's do this. You won't be able to see our faces. Should we? No. We should go like this. Then we have to go like as close as possible with our hands. Like this. 3, 2, 1. And then we have to reach the bottom. And then we have to raise it up a little bit. Kind of move around. Can you set the timer to 8 minutes?
God.
Yeah. If we could raise this up.
No.
Okay. Alright. Ah! Oh no. Oh, great. What is something that you glad you did or did not do on our wedding day? Like, what is something that you were happy that we did on our wedding day? Is there something that you wish we did on our wedding day?
I really like the dinner we did with our families after the wedding, once we all went and changed and everything. I enjoyed the dinner, it was a good time. It's a lot more like casual, laid back as we had the dinner. A lot of talking, it was a good company the whole time.
For me, so initially we didn't really plan to have any sort of like a big ceremony. We wanted to do like an elopement in some sort of way, just basically in a court with us two, and then have a photographer, and that's it. But then literally within days, maybe like a week or a week and a half before our ceremony, we were like, all right, let's have the family. I'm very happy that we did that because I feel like at the end of the day, I would have regretted the fact that we didn't have the close ones with us, because I think that's important. Okay, so this was like an interesting comment, a remark that I got on Instagram, and it was, why is Simon so hot? Question mark. So I don't know if I should be jealous, like what's happening? Competition. just so you know, you're hot.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, will we have second wedding in Belarus? I would personally love to. That's what we talked about, that eventually we will have a wedding in Belarus. I don't know when is that gonna happen. As soon as the situation will be better and Simon will actually be allowed to come to the country, we will make that happen.
With that, I'm looking forward to, I hope everything gets better soon, because I'm looking forward to meeting that side of her family and seeing where she's actually from, like where she grew up and where they grew up as well.
Yeah. What do you think helped us in our relationship this year?
This year?
Let's not say this year because we've been married but living separately, but I guess like once we moved in together, starting from this point. Living together.
Yeah, I guess actually living together for once, instead of imagining it or like dreaming about it as we have for almost 8 years that I've been before we finally lived together. So, you know, with all situations, you don't really know how it's gonna be until you're put into that situation. So actually being here, living together, and going through things together, you know, 24/7, that's definitely helped a lot in our relationship and marriage. You can answer.
Oh, you answered it so well. I think actually learning to communicate with each other better and being transparent, raw, honest, you know, like where we can physically sit down, look each other in the eyes and say everything that we are thinking of what's bothering us without any holding back. That helped us a lot once we reached that point of like, all right, we need to cut this out, you know, and yeah.
Cut the shit.
Yeah. The camera just decided to turn off by itself. Simon has been playing with this a little bit, like
what is she doing?
trying to.
She's trying to mess it up.
No.
She did all this complaining to me.
Good job. And then let's wait 1 more minute. But yeah, it's hardening. Instead of purple color, now it's blue, and it's very
firm.
Yeah. Describe your 1 year in 3 words. And that question came from Angelica, which is our photographer from our wedding. Discovering.
However you want to describe it. What do you describe it?
Discovering, patience, and loving.
I'm also gonna steal loving. So, this is hard.
Yeah.
Say fun, say loving, and we'll say time consuming. I know it's 2 words, but if you tack between them, it becomes 1 word. I'll say not time consuming in a negative way. It's just like it takes a lot in order to work at it and make it be good in simple terms, simple as I could put it. It's not as simple as just being married and that's it. There's still a lot of work that goes into it, which I'm sure everybody knows. You hear it all the time, but I just want to reiterate it and say it again.
For me, I'm going to explain a little bit. Discovering, basically like you learn new things as you live together. I mean, we've been together for a while.
You think you know a person until you live with them.
Yeah, no matter how many years you've been together, it doesn't matter, because once you actually start physically living together, not like a vacation for a week or 2, you learn a lot of different new things about the person. Patience, that kind of goes together with discovering. Sometimes you're like, why do you do this and not this? And then you have this like, you need to have this patience to adjust or have a compromise. And then just in general, like during arguments or anything like that, or anything, you have to have patience. And then loving is loving.
One thing, when she talked about the discovering one, whenever you're saying, why do you do this, like this, blah, blah, blah. A situation we had like that was in our bathroom. I like to keep a towel on the sink so that I can wipe it down after everything is done. Like before I go to bed and all that, I clean the sink so it's all clean. And I leave it there for 1.5 just so it's there and it's always there so I can always clean the sink when I leave. When she first moved in and we were here together, I would leave this towel and every fucking day, I kid you not, I would come to the bathroom, this towel would come up missing. And it was in her dirty clothes somewhere because she put it away because she didn't like that it was there on my side of the sink. But it's something that we, I guess, compromised about, and now there's no towel on the sink. Sometimes there is, I'll put it there sometimes, but
Yeah.
most times there sometimes.
But it wasn't like, I don't want it there. And then we had this whole discussion of why do I think that it should not be there and why does he think that it should be there. And then after communicating and seeing each other's side, we've decided that, okay, like it will make sense to have it this way.
Yeah, her biggest thing was she didn't want a wet towel on the sink.
Folded together and not airing out. Yeah.
Me, I didn't care. I just wanted a towel to clean.
So yeah. All right, it is time for us to take it out. I don't know. Let's see if I can find the camera.
Why did you ask me to do it?
I don't know.
Ladies first.
I'm so nervous. Okay. You have to make sure that like all of your fingers and stuff in there.
Yep.
I loosened up. I don't know. There's the one that's just stuck.
We're botching this.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Oh wow. Your hand is actually coming out. Although we're stuck like this.
Okay. Let me help you with
No,
this.
no, I got this.
With yours.
Let me show you how a pro does it.
No, you have to loosen this
Oh no,
up.
hey.
You're not loosening this, all of this up.
Pro.
Simon, if you're gonna
See how
mess
fast
up
I did
yours-
that? That's
Because
crazy.
you did it not carefully.
Now watch. When the hands come out from the cement, we'll see whose was messed up and whose wasn't.
Okay.
And then she'll be singing a different song.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do, what it says over here, is we have to like carefully look in and discard of any weird things that are just hanging. Okay, while I do this, question. Now this part of the questions is going to be from Thompson's. And do you have assigned sides in the bed?
In the bed, yeah, we do. I'll sleep on the side that is closest to the door, like right in front of it, and she sleeps to my right. As you face the bed, she sleeps on the left, I'll sleep on the right.
Also, it works out because whenever like we stay at a hotel or anything like that, or even in all of my bedrooms, I would always sleep on the side where the window is. That's my thing. I always need to, but so it works out. Okay, I think
Let me see.
on the inside there isn't anything that's like just. Wait, hold on. Before you do it, you need to consult with me. No, just leave it be.
Oh no, I'm just touching that.
Oh, that little thing?
Yeah.
Ugh. I lost it.
She pushed it further in there.
It's okay, right?
Nope.
You can just leave it. I don't want it to like mess up with like us not having a finger or something.
You think that's what I want?
I don't know. That's how marriage works, kids. Okay, I think that's fine.
No.
It's fine, Simon. I don't want it to be messed up. Are you ready for the cement part? Okay, so that's how it looks like right now. Looks pretty scary. Scary. That's also one thing. Another thing. Like I would say something wrong and then he would correct it for me. Start maybe just a little bit. Stop. Stop. So much fumes. Or what is it called? This is a good project for like a 1-year anniversary. Right? It's like teamwork. Stop. Alright, while we do that, how has it been living together?
It's been fun. We had a couple of rough patches. We've had some arguments. It's like one of those things where we never lived together, so it takes some getting used to. Like we've started to get used to it. We've been living together since February.
Yeah.
About 5 months. We're still learning what sets the other person off about us living together and the things one person does that the other might not be completely okay with.
Yeah.
Overall, it's been fun. It's been a learning experience. Continues to be a learning experience.
Yeah. I think now it's much easier because as time passes, of course, we learn more about each other and
it's been very successful.
Yeah. I don't think that there is. I think we did a good job. Who is the designated driver?
I'm the designated driver unless I make her drive.
I hate this so much. I can't take it anymore.
Sometimes I'll just not get in the car or go sit in the passenger seat and she'll drive. Well, actually, I can't even do that because I open the door for her. I have to make her drive if I don't want to drive. Or I have to convince her that I'll drive back the other way.
I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pour carefully and then you kind of go like this.
Oh, okay.
Next question. Who is a better cook?
She is. She's the cook. The only thing I could really make is breakfast. I made some chicken before, but the only thing I really tried to make was breakfast. So she got that one in the bag. She makes all our delicious meals daily.
Now people in the comments are gonna be like blink once if you don't like it.
I love them. We eat a lot of chicken.
A lot.
Yeah.
We're like, are we gonna eat somewhere something else? We're like, we got chicken in the house. Try to wiggle it.
There's always chicken at home. Always.
Crazy.
What do we eat? What is it, chicken thighs? We eat a lot of chicken thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also make steak. Now it's making
Yeah,
like it sounds like it's just always chicken.
We eat a lot of chicken.
That's the go-to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we eat steak. There's the beef that you make. Mastacholi is what I call it. She calls it something else. The pasta type thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of it now.
We just had Alfredo the other day. The chicken.
Next question is, who is more adventurous?
Her, not me. I don't like trying new stuff all that often. I like doing what I'm used to. Yeah, sometimes I get in the mood where I like to try a new thing or even a new food, but it doesn't happen too often. So
You are?
her trying to convince me.
You are, I think, getting better at it though.
Yeah, I used to be a lot more stubborn
Oh yeah.
in my younger years.
I think this is good, right?
Yeah, she's the more adventurous one.
Hopefully we'll be exploring Hawaii more because, you know, people always like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Like, you guys live there. There's so much things to do. Or have you visited this? Have you visited that? I'm like, no. Hopefully, like, once he comes back from his trip.
Career course?
Yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to say anything or not.
Career course. I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but I don't think there's a lot to do in Hawaii. I think a lot of the activities are the same, just kind of in different places.
Different places,
I guess,
yeah.
but it's all pretty much the same thing. I feel like it'll get pretty old, but we are gonna do them. We've done a couple hikes.
I've done only one.
Oh yeah, we've done a hike together. We've been to a few restaurants. We went to a botanical garden before. What else?
Oh no, we actually been to a couple of hikes. The one time when we got engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said a couple. You told me no. And I'm like, I'm the one that said no. I think we've enjoyed a little bit of Hawaii.
Simon. See, this is what always happens. Next question is, what has been your best memory together this year?
What has happened this year?
We got married.
No, we got married last year.
No, like starting from that point.
Oh, starting from marriage?
Yeah. I think nothing has really happened up until New Year's.
So, well,
Oh, no, November. I went to the mall.
well, for me, I'm talking about best memories we've had, in my opinion, my favorite one so far would be, again, we're counting from marriage from June to June, June 12th to June 12th.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the dinner we had with our families after we got married in Chicago, that has been my favorite moment, my best memory that we've had together with our loved ones in the sharing lineup.
I agree with this. That's also one of my favorite ones because like at some point we got emotional, you know, it was like real genuine feelings, emotions. Everyone who are super close to us were there. What else is my favorite?
My bad. But with that dinner, how she said, everybody got close, we were emotional, all our loved ones were there. With me, I felt like it wasn't just how, I know there are some families where the two get married and their families, you know, they talk, they show up at the wedding, they talk to each other, and they share this moment, whether it's genuine or not. I know some in-laws don't really like the other side of the family and all that, but I truly felt like at that dinner, it was a true merging of families, of the families joining together, and you know, we shared laughs, we had drinks, and it all was very genuine the entire time. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just us.
Yeah. Some of the family members already knew one another from, you know, the past, but that day was us getting to know one another, I guess like in a better way. Or Intimate, yeah, that's what I meant. Into intimate way, in more intimate ways. What is your song? One of the songs is our wedding song that we've used in our video. So if you want to, go ahead and watch it. It's going to be somewhere up here. And I'll also link it down below. It's called
Love Like That by Snow Allegra.
Yeah.
She said one of our songs, in my opinion, that's our song. That's the only song, in my opinion.
Oh.
That's the one.
Really? Well, yes, I would say like this is our song, but then also there's one.
John Legend?
No. Well, yeah, that was like our dating song. The one that you were listening to that made me.
Drake?
No. That made you think of me and then you reached out to me.
Raw Wave, Letter from Houston.
Yeah, I think like that's our other second song because that was, I feel like that was the key song to us. Not a key song to us getting back together, but like the one that gave that push for us getting back together.
Yeah.
Did you always think you would get married?
For a long time, I did, but there were also 2 points within the, I guess I'll call it a relationship, because like even if there were times where we weren't together over the course of the last 9, almost 10 years. There were, I think, at least 2 times for a fact where I thought that might have been it, that we probably wouldn't have gotten married or gotten back together. Like I didn't think it 100%, but it was a thought in my mind. Every time we had our situations where we weren't together, we weren't talking, there was always a piece of me that thought like, you know, this is temporary. We'll end up talking again, we'll get back together. And it did always happen, luckily, for us. You know, it's not the case for all loving couples, but it happened for us. That's our story. That's a good one.
Yeah. For me, I always thought that we would get married up until the last time when we stopped talking. For the most part, like 99% of our relationship, whenever ups and downs, like I would be the first one to reach out and try to reconnect. So it was always me. Even like when we started our even friendship or whatever you want to call it, you know, like us connecting for the very first time, it was me reaching out to him. So whenever we broke things off or like stopped talking the last time, basically I made myself a promise that I'm not gonna reach out first. If he's going to reach out, then that means that he actually cares and loves me for real, and not me trying to initiate everything and trying to stick everything together. So like up until that point, I always thought that we would get married, but that moment in particular, I was like, you know what, screw it. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get married. I would want to, I would love to, but I don't know. Yeah. But then he reached out and I was like, that's it, we're getting married. This is the time, like, I don't care. And that's what happened. Any comments to that, Rigo? No. Favorite date spot so far?
I guess bowling. We have a good time when we go bowling. Like an active date, you're actively doing something as you sit and talk at the table. You get up, you bowl. You may drink a little bit, you get up, you bowl. So it's not like we're just sitting there staring into each other's eyes the whole time. We're actually doing something that's fun and we can be competitive about. Secretly competitive about it. We're never like in your face competing, but I know we both watch the score as we sit there bowling to see who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite date spot, the bowling out here nowadays.
My favorite so far is bowling as well, and then also it's not really a date, but whenever we go on walks around our house, like around the base, it takes like what, 40 minutes of just us walking with Bonnie, but it kind of turns it into kind of like a little date. And then another place that's my favorite is Aloha Kitchen, breakfast place. Because they have like the best food ever, and it's my favorite.
The best one. Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict, yeah. Favorite thing to do together? I guess that kind of relates to date spot, no? Yeah. Because bowling is the same. That's our favorite thing to do.
Bowling.
Bowling and riding together on a motorcycle.
Surfing. It's not my favorite. It was kind of like, not only is my life in my hands now, I also got her life in my hands, so it's nerve-wracking a little bit.
But you do like riding, right?
Yeah, I like riding, but riding with another person's life in your hands becomes it has a different aspect to it mentally. It's a little more nerve-wracking because I'm not as free carrying as I normally am as I'm riding by myself. Now I'm worried about, if this 500-pound bike if this 500-pound bike falls over, it's not just me on it, she's gonna fall too. It's fun, but it's not fun. I understand.
What are your dream vacation destinations?
My dream vacation destination is Italy. I've always wanted to go to Italy. Don't know why, like since I was young. That's always been somewhere I wanted to go. So
For me, Italy, Spain, Japan, Australia, and Belarus. I want to go multiple times, like throughout our lifetime, not just like one time and that's it. I would definitely want to bring our kids there constantly and spend time with all of our family together as a family. Were you nervous on your wedding day?
I wasn't nervous, no. We had our loved ones there. We had a bunch of people there that we knew supported us and only wanted the best for us. I don't think there was nothing to be nervous about at all. You know, I was Marianne, my best friend. I know who she is, she know who I am, so there was nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, I wasn't nervous either. I think like I was just anxious and I had these like butterflies in my stomach and I was like, it's happening, it's for real happening, is this a dream, like wake up. But yeah, so I wasn't nervous at all. It was anxious but in a good way, and I wanted to get it over with already just because I'm like, I can't wait for us to be married finally because it's been so long. Okay, and then the last two questions, these are the ones that I've looked up or like thought of. What are your goals for us for the next year, or starting from I guess today up until the next June 12th?
By next year, hoping I'll successfully become a drill instructor so we can start our life out there in San Diego for the next 3 years of my career. Hopefully, maybe, wifey ends up pregnant. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we won't be upset.
We won't be disappointed or upset or stressed out about it.
But at the same time, I know we're both very much looking forward to having our first child, so hopefully it happens. If it doesn't, we won't be disappointed, but at the same time, I'm hoping that it does happen. So yeah, hopefully we're in San Diego, I'll become a drill instructor. We ended up pregnant somehow.
Wait to get pregnant.
Someday.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like to improve our relationship because I think like it is a good relationship, it's not bad. I wanted to get more evolved. I mean, it always will be like this as the years go, but I guess like I'm looking forward to seeing what are our next changes or what's going to be the evolution of our marriage, as well as the goal is to have a house in San Diego that will be our home, because this house, yes, it is our home, but we're kind of like, we can't really fully decorate it because we know that we'll be moving in a few months, and so it doesn't fully feel like a home. So my goal is to set up a home in San Diego, as well as I can't wait to start our family, to have kids or a child in that year. If not, then that's okay. For Simon to become a drill instructor, even though I'm kind of not looking forward to it just because we'll be spending less time together, but it's okay. What are you looking forward to in our marriage in general?
Looking forward to us, I know we keep talking about kids and all this, but I'm very much looking forward to us becoming parents, to see the type of parents we are. Like I don't know, I'm not speaking from experience obviously, but I know becoming a parent is not something that changes you completely, but it adds another aspect to who you are as a person. I'm looking forward to see how that changes us and makes us better people for each other and for our children moving forward.
What I'm looking forward to is the same thing. I'm not gonna try to repeat myself or repeat Simon because it's pretty much the same thing. Having a family and seeing how it will turn out and the traditions that we will have and that will then be carried over to our kids and to our grandkids and stuff like that. Even though it will happen in a bajillion of years, but I cannot I cannot wait for us to have our house that is not going to be on base, that we will buy either a land and then build on it, or have a big property that will be our like home and a center map piece where all of our family members and like our kids will bring their families and stuff, and they'll be like our little nest.
Our family home.
Yeah. And then in general, I cannot wait to see what will happen in our marriage and how it will turn out and everything, all the exciting things that will come to us.
Ready to see wifey's YouTube channel blow up, so share the goddamn videos. Comment, like, subscribe, all that.
He's a YouTuber now, too.
No, I'm not a YouTuber, but I do like YouTube. I'm on YouTube all the time watching videos and all that. Ready to see where YouTube goes for wifey
and how the heights she'll reach with her channel and her platform with all her followers and subscribers. I'm ready to see all that. I'm also with the kids again. I'm really looking forward to see if they're going to be little assholes or if they're going to be nice kids who are very, like, I'm sure they'll get traits from us and all that, but I'm just ready to see the type of people they'll be, the type of knowledge that we as parents and their grandparents, you know, their grandfathers, their grandmothers, all the knowledge and things we can instill in them. I'm ready to see how they take it and utilize it, whether they are genuinely caring about it or whether they don't. Just hopefully we can give them the best tools that we possibly can amongst all the individuals in our family. I'm just looking forward to seeing what type of people they'll end up being. It's like a mystery. We'll see.
We'll get all the good traits from us, and then all the bad ones we'll take care of it.
Sure, that's what everybody thinks. But like we said about living together, we won't fully know until it actually happens. So that's why I'm looking forward to it so much.
Yeah. Well, I think this is it for our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like Simon said, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, comment. Maybe if you have any additional questions, maybe we can do a part 2. So any follow-up questions that you have or any new completely. We appreciate you guys taking your time and watching this, and then at the end of this video I will go ahead and show you the final product of how it turned out. I love you. He has his own.
I love all my family members and everybody that's watching, family, friends, all that. Subscribers, nothing against y'all, but I don't know you, so I can't say I love you, but definitely thank you for watching and supporting my wife and Stasia. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
And also, we have an hour until dinner. Let's see if we're going to be late or not.
We will. Now my hair, I got out of the shower a little bit ago. It's still drying, but we're about to open our hand mold. So excited. Yo. Looks like so far. You can see my ring like somewhere right here, but then this chunk of whatever got stuck in here. So. Simon is making a lot of progress. Bonnie is sleeping / watching him.